Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how is your absence felt by them and what do they miss about you. So I haven't done one of these videos about how your absence is felt since February, so I thought why not do it again, because I saw a lot of you were leaving requests about, ex situationships, no contact situations and how they feel. So yeah, and then the what do they miss about you part, I just wanted to mention that that part was inspired by Lexi the Leo. So check out her channel. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your pile selection. So for pile number 1, we have the Crystal Larimar with the 8 of Mirrors, which is the 8 of Cups. For pile number 2, we have the Tiger's Eye Crystal with Kali and the Tower. And for pile number 3, we have the Purple Agate Crystal with the Pilgrim and the Page of Scrolls, which is the Page of Swords. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the Larimar Crystal in the 8 of Mirrors, which is the 8 of Cups, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how is your absence felt by them and what do they miss about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. What I also do want to say before we get into the reading, I do have available spaces for personal readings this month. So if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. There's only a limited amount of space. Okay, so we're going to start off by pulling your tarot cards, and then towards the middle of the reading, we're going to get some oracle cards for you. So I already feel these two. Spirit guides of my pile number 1. Spirit guides of my pile number 1s. How is their absence felt by this person on their mind? And what do they miss about them? So let's see what cards you have. We have the Divine Child with the Hierophant. We have the 4 of Scrolls, which is the 4 of Swords. I'll fix that in a minute. We have the Moon. Interesting. The 7 of Scrolls, 7 of Swords reversed. I did feel this energy earlier, but let me just get all your cards. We have Bella Rosa with the Devil. We have the 10 of Stones, which is the 10 of Pentacles. The 5 of Stones, which is the 5 of Pentacles. And we have an extra card with the Minstrel and the King of Stones, King of Pentacles. Let me just organize these cards for you quick, and then I'll be right back to explain what I see here. Okay, so about this person, I do feel as though one of you cut the other off, because I'm clairvoyantly seeing scissors, and in a reading like this, based off the context, I'm thinking of cutting a person off. Spirit also showed me a snail, so somebody was taking too long to make some kind of decision to grow closer to the other person. For some of you, this person may have taken a long time to learn from their mistakes. Because we have the Hierophant here, I'm also taking a long time to learn from the things we need to work on, and this person wasn't working on the things they needed to work on to improve the connection, if that makes sense. That's just for some of you. And as I feel into this energy and I look at this Larimar crystal that has these markings on it, I do feel like both of you were kind of wounded when you got into the connection, right? And I'm seeing you two lick each other's wounds. However, you may have also triggered each other's wounds. For some of you, I hear abandonment wounds. But you may have just mirrored to each other the wounds you were having within. I feel like this person feels as though they're in a reset within the energy, and you may feel the same, as if you're both in new beginnings right now. And I do feel like this person does sometimes think back to you, but they do try to avoid thinking about you. I just saw 333. The thing is, with you, thinking about you can bring them growth, can bring them an expansion, but it almost feels like it's too painful to look back. So I'm going to continue moving forward and not look back because it's too painful to look at those past memories. If they hurt you or caused you hurt, maybe it is painful to take accountability. With the Seven of Swords reversed, the Devil, I am sensing that for some of you, and if not, maybe it's just painful to look back at the past memories. I'm kind of getting that vibe here. I'm hearing the song by Tommy Richmond called Last Night, and in the song he says something like, "We don't talk about it last night," something like that. So I'm getting the sense that this person tries to avoid thinking about you. And it's not because they don't care, and it's not because they don't miss you, don't get me wrong, pile number one. As I'm in this person's energy, they feel a little bit avoidant. They feel like a runner, somebody that runs away. Yeah, like this avoidant energy, and it comes from their inner child here. So they may have a little bit of an avoidant attachment because as I'm in that energy, the truth is they do have deeper feelings for you with the moon. They still do. And the truth is they may still hold or carry on to things you've given them, like gifts, photos you maybe have together, things like that. I do see them holding on to that for in case. Because Spirit is showing me, when we hold on to a piece of clothing, even though it doesn't fit us, just in case we may fit into it later, Spirit is showing me that. So this person may hold on to certain things of yours that you maybe gave them, just in case maybe you two were to get back together. I do feel as though they are somewhat hoping for a future reconciliation with you, but I do also sense that they haven't done much work on themselves or healing or growth within this kind of separation. With the Devil and the Seven of Swords reverse, I do sense that this person has their own wounds, like I said before, their own shadow traits, their own ways of self-sabotaging within connections. And it's almost like they have those toxic traits of theirs that they need to work on that come from their subconscious mind, that come from childhood. Yet they aren't looking at this because as I look at this man walking away from these 8 mirrors here, I'm getting the sense that he hasn't, in this energy specifically, he hasn't looked at the mirrors to self-reflect, to see where he can grow on his journey. And it's almost like this person is not trying to look back. And while I get that, we sometimes just want to move forward and not look back at the past. But looking back at this can bring them immense growth. Realizations can help them understand themselves better, can help them grow so that they can expand and understand themselves on a deeper level, understand their emotions on a deeper level, improve their connections. Because these were lessons, but they're not looking at the lesson. That is basically the energy I'm getting here. And as I look at this frog, I'm almost getting the sense, a message from Spirit. You know that saying that's like you have to kiss a few frogs before you meet your prince or whatever, but you don't have to be attracted to men to watch this reading. But take it as it resonates. Maybe this person was a little bit of that frog before you meet your actual prince or princess, metaphorically. So I'm kind of getting that sense that Spirit was saying, this is a lesson. This was a lesson to you. And there's no point going back to this. in my honest opinion, because I don't feel like this person has done much growing, much healing. I don't feel like they've taken any accountability for maybe some past mistakes they've made, things that they did wrong. It kind of feels with the Seven of Swords reversed like I've done something wrong, but I'm not admitting my faults. I'm not learning from my faults. And then I'm almost like accusing you of doing the same thing or saying, oh, everybody does that. It's giving me that vibe. Like, let's say somebody lied and then they're like, oh, everybody lies, to kind of like avoid taking accountability. That's the feeling I see here. And I feel like as you look at this reading, even if you're not in this energy yet, Spirit is saying that you are eventually going to feel liberated from this connection. Because I do feel like this connection was meant to bring a cleansing to both of your inner childs. It may have mirrored wounds based off the inner child for both of you. So when you look at this person and the way they treated you and how your connection was, when you look at that, what does that mirror based off your childhood? What does that remind you of? The moon here can indicate this person does still have those deeper feelings towards you, but again, they try to avoid it. So as I'm trying to explain this confusing energy, let's see, how do they feel in their absent spirits? I'm getting the feeling of regret and guilt that they're trying to avoid. As this woman has her head in her, she put her head down, it kind of reminds me of, when somebody does something wrong based on the Seven of Swords Devil card, and they kind of like can't look at you. They can't look you in your eyes because they feel so much regret. I feel that energy from this card. Even though that's not what the Five of Pentacles means, I feel that energy. So there's a lot of regret, but avoiding the feeling of regret. With the moon here, there's a lot of deep feelings that they feel in your absence, but they're avoiding those feelings. Spirit is showing me, is it an ice cap? I don't know. Let me just Google it. So those icebergs where there is, I'll add a picture in the editing process, but there's like that ice on top and then there's water underneath where it goes very deep. It's like right now they're only seeing their surface level feelings. They're not going deeper. There are feelings there subconsciously, but they haven't gone deep enough to look within to actually see what they feel about you, if that makes sense. Because I'm kind of having a hard time articulating their feelings, because I feel like they kind of avoid feeling their feelings. They run from their own feelings. And I don't feel that's just with you. I feel like that's in general. I feel like this person has a sacral chakra wound, because as I'm in the energy, it feels like I can't feel my emotions. Like I want to run away from them, avoid them at all costs. Because maybe they were taught to as a child. I'm getting for some of you, maybe you were married to this person, because I noticed she has a ring here on her ring finger. So some of you could have been married, some of you could have been committed to this person, or some of you could have just been in a serious connection with this person and you didn't expect it to end the way it did, and neither did they. So one thing I'll say about you, I'm hearing best thing I ever had. So they do somewhat feel like you're the best person they've ever had and that there isn't anyone like you. That even if they were to get in another serious connection, nobody can replace you. You're irreplaceable. I do sense that energy here. And they feel like sometimes they miss that kind of serious connection you had. They miss being able to talk about the deeper things in life with you, have deeper conversations with you. I feel like they do miss your conversations a lot. They miss the feeling of having those butterflies in their stomach or feeling like their heart is full every time they get a message from you. I'm getting that feeling, okay? It doesn't have to be messages, but that's the way Spirit is translating it. So I do feel like as I look at this text here, and it looks like faintly text here, I think that they may sometimes look back at your messages or things you've written to them, or they may benefit from writing down their own feelings, but I don't feel like they actually have, because here we see blank papers. So just bear with me as I try to get into this energy, because like I said, this person is very avoidant and closed off. So it's hard for me to tap into their feelings. In terms of what they miss about you, like I said, those butterflies, the feeling of having that companionship, the feeling of having that person near them. I do feel like you were very understanding of them and forgiving of them, and you treated them gently. They could see that you had deeper feelings towards them. Though, because they're also avoiding taking accountability, they're suspecting that you did something behind their back that you never actually did. So it's basically like they're projecting what they did onto you. I'm seeing a situation like that. And I think right now they're trying to focus more so on their career, building their financial state up, or their studies, something to do with their physical reality, the material world, because they do feel like there's currently a lack there with the Five of Pentacles. And yeah, so I think they're trying to put all their time and efforts into their career right now and not think about this. But they do also miss that kind of depth you had. With the moon here, it's kind of like you had this depth about you. You had more to you than meets the eye. This person knew that you had deeper feelings towards them. This person knew that they felt a strong connection with you that was almost soulful. They felt it in their soul, in their heart. I do feel as though when they meet people today, it kind of feels like I lack that. I lack that depth and emotional understanding with people. You know, in their connections right now, it's kind of like not deep at all. It's more so superficial, more so surface level connections. And they're not meeting other people like you. I'm hearing 1 in a million. They feel like you are 1 in a million and they're never going to meet anyone like you again. So I feel like that's maybe why they still have a little bit of a door open to you in case something would happen in the future. But right now they're just trying to avoid those feelings because it's too painful. They do also miss the fact that you two were so chilled with each other. They feel like you two could just be in each other's presences and there was no judgment. You two could just be yourselves. They felt very comfortable around you, very safe around you. It's like you knew how to make them feel at home, comfortable, you know. And they do miss that. I feel like they do miss the memories where you brought them joy, where you allowed their inner child to come out. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards now. So in the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel. So if you enjoy this video so far and would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel. I'm so grateful for you and I'm sending you so much love. So let's see. How is their absence felt by this person on their mind? What do they miss about them? What do they miss about pile 1? So the first card we have is Fluorite with Asterion and Introspection. Then we have Emerald with Mercury and Cognizance. Then we have Apophyllite with Jupiter and Curiosity. And we have Aragonite with the Fire Element and Initiation. So the Initiation card here always reminds me of new beginnings, right? Let me just fix these cards. It always reminds me of wanting to like initiate a new start. So that confirms what I said about them kind of like keeping a door open for you in case you decide to come back to them. But I feel for some of you, or a lot of you watching, you wouldn't actually want this person back. Like I said, they haven't done any growth on themselves or done any healing on themselves or self-introspection. They don't fully know who they are. And I feel like right now they need this journey of going on this introspection and understanding themselves before they get into another relationship. That's what they don't realize here. Okay, Spirit is saying they don't need to put their focus on another relationship right now based off their spiritual journey, because right now they need to grow and heal. They need to put their focus on themselves, not on relationships. And for those of you that do want this person back in your life, I'm sorry, but this is the energy I feel like. I don't feel like this person's good for your growth right now. I feel like they would stunt your growth. Because with Jupiter here, it seems that they see that you're growing rapidly, exponentially. You're expanding, right? And they do want to reach out to you and talk to you with Mercury here. They are watching you with the eye here. And curiosity here tells me they're very curious as to what's happening in your life, trying to watch you, trying to almost like check up on you and see what is happening in your life, who you're talking to, who you're in a connection with. So they're very curious. Their mind always goes back to you. And curious about what would happen if you two would talk. So I do sense that they daydream about, like maybe having a conversation with you and what that conversation would be like if you did speak. They wonder if you would be mad at them, if you would miss them. They wonder how you feel in their absence. So a lot of their thoughts of you today are wondering about how you feel specifically, because they don't know how you feel about them. They don't know if you're mad, sad, angry, indifferent, curious as well. They don't know at all. And when I say it's advisable to not let this person back in your life, you always have free will, my pile number ones. This is just the energy I see in what Spirit is advising. But you always have free will. And just because I say that now doesn't mean it can't happen later. But I do also feel like this person needs to put their focus on themselves right now and do some healing before they can be with you. Because I feel like in your energies, I feel like you've outgrown this person. And you're growing at this rapid rate. And if they don't grow with you, you're soon going to surpass them where you won't even feel attracted to this type of person anymore. And this light around here reminds me of a ring light. So they're definitely checking you out on social media, stalking you. For those that were in a romantic connection with them, I see a bed and like two people lying in the bed together, laughing, cuddling, kissing, and like more so intimate moments if you were in a romantic connection. I do feel like this person does reminisce on like those small moments together, but if this was a friendship, they may reminisce on the kind of like happy moments you had together with the fire element. Maybe jokes you said, the way you made them laugh, like memories that make them smile, that bring them passion. I do feel like they still feel hope for something new to come of your connection, but yeah, that's what I see there. I feel like with Mercury here, they do miss your conversations. That's one thing they miss the most about you. You made them feel like they were lucky to have a person like you with Jupiter here, because Jupiter is also a planet of luck. So it's kind of like I was so lucky to have this person in my life, and now that they're gone, I'm wondering if I even deserve them in the first place. So I see them thinking that right now. And I also see them, as I say that, I feel tingles on my crown chakra. So this is channeling as well. I also see them missing those kind of moments you had of passion. And passion can be platonic, romantic, whatever way you take it. With the rainbow here, it's like, if this was a friendship, for instance, like I said earlier, those moments where you're laughing together, where you feel like a kid again, where you're doing fun things together, where you feel that passion for your friend. Or if this was a relationship, it could be, maybe they miss the passion you had, that kind of more sensual energies. But not just the sensual energies, it's also, you gave them this feeling like they were on top of the world and they miss those feelings you brought them. But I also will say that this person feels like they're not good enough for you. This person also feels like you would be better off without them. I am sensing that. and that you would be better off putting your focus on yourself and other people that can give you what you deserve. Some part of them knows that they don't live up to what you would want in love or in a platonic connection. They see you as so pure, and they miss that about you. They miss having that around them. Although they suspected you of doing things behind their back because they were doing it and they're projecting that onto you, they also do deep down know that you're a pure soul and that you wouldn't harm them in any way intentionally. And so I do see they miss that because right now they don't see many people in their life like that. So it's kind of like they're feeling like you're that one person that got away, that rare gem that they will never find again or get back. I think this is the basics of what I'm seeing here. And with the moon, I'm getting that, again, like you're someone really deep. But I don't feel like this person could meet you at your level. I do also feel like this person sometimes from time to time gets a little bit obsessed and addicted to you. Kind of feels like they're going through their withdrawals right now. They were so invested in you that they almost felt addicted to you, and now that you're gone, it's like they're going through that withdrawal and craving you. So Spirit is using that metaphor to kind of describe the last message and how they feel. So sorry that this reading was a little bit more surface level, because I feel like I wanted to go deeper in the energy. But like I said, this person's just so closed off emotionally that it's hard for me to read their energy. So sorry about that, pal one. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this Tiger's Eye Crystal and Kali with the Tower, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how is your absence felt by them and what do they miss about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your reading, I'd just like to announce that I am going to be available for personal readings this month. So if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. I only have a limited amount of space available. So let's get started with your tarot cards and see what comes up for you. I do feel like with the third eye showing here, I am getting that this is my intuitive pile. So when this person does think back to you or does, think of you a lot, you do feel that intuitively, and you may already sense certain feelings they have or sense what is going on with them intuitively, but not have any proof about that. And not being sure like if that is just a thought you're having or if that is an intuitive message. So we do have the Visionary with the Knight of Scrolls, Knight of Swords. We have Herne the Hunter with the Chariot. I'll fix that now in a second. Oh my gosh, this like flower sometimes gets in the way. We have 10 of Mirrors, 10 of Cups. We have the 6 of Mirrors, 6 of Cups. We have the 5 of Mirrors, 5 of Cups. You have a lot of Cups card on the bottom row, so that's like a lot of feelings they're feeling towards you. 6 of Spirals, 6 of Wands. And Divine Child with the Hierophant. Okay, so we do have the Lovers at the back of the deck. I do sense with this Lovers, and I felt this in the beginning of your reading when I got into the energies, I do feel like this person saw you a little bit like a soulmate or more of like a divine connection, because do you see how the two, is that a dove? I don't know. They're kind of like going towards each other, and when I see doves in a love reading, I see it as like a divine love because I see doves as a part of the divine. And they are linked to Aphrodite, if I'm not mistaken, the goddess of romance, beauty. So this person could feel like you're very beautiful, like you're very divine in some way, and they felt that more soulful kind of love with you. They felt like you were a soulmate to them that got away, That's how they felt about you, and they still feel about you. Like you're the one they're meant to be with, but they're not with right now with the Lovers. And not all of the Lovers card means that, but that's what I feel from this energy specifically. So the thing about this person, as I'm in their energy, they look nonchalant from the outside. It's not that they don't care. They look nonchalant on the outside. They look more grounded on the outside, but on the inside, they feel a lot towards you that you wouldn't even expect, that you'd even be surprised hearing in this reading. Because I feel like most of you in this reading are looking at this person in real life, like maybe if they're posting on social media, or maybe just the way they acted after whatever happened here, whatever fell apart here. And it seemed like they're okay. It seemed like they're moving on. It seems like they're just okay. They don't seem any type of way about it. But actually, when I look at Kali, the tower here, inside they feel a little bit like things are falling apart. Like, is it really over? And inside they do feel those more deeper emotions, but they just don't show it to you from the outside. I do sense that from this person. I do sense that this person still wants to get back with you, still wants to come back into your life. With the Visionary here opposite the Six of Cups, I'm hearing, can we go back to how things were? How they were in the past before things fell apart with the Tower. Can we go back to that? Can we create a new connection? With the Visionary, I do feel like they are thinking about you a lot, pile number 2. And when they do think of you, you do sense it energetically. And when I say like this person felt you were a soulmate, I'm not saying they are a soulmate. This is their feelings. So you're going to have to trust your intuition on that one. But with the Visionary here, they're definitely thinking of like the future and what it would be like if you two could get back together or reconciliate, have what you had in the past. That's what I sense here. And I'm getting that there's still hope here. There's still hope that you two can build a connection again, that you two can have a successful connection again, heal your connection from the past, heal whatever fell apart, and almost like liberate the connection of the past. Grow past the disappointments with the Five of Cups. So it does seem like if they do want to come back into your life, they do want to grow from the past. They do want to heal the past with you. That's at least what they feel right now. And I'm seeing a scene of Shrek, right? Where before Fiona gets married to Lord Farquaad, he wants to kind of go and, tell her how he feels before she gets married to him, before he loses his chance completely. So this person may be worrying about you getting into a new connection and it being too late, or some of you may already be in a new connection and they may be worried that it's too late. Or if you're not in a new connection, they may be worrying, like, how do I do this before they find somebody new, before they forget about me and move on? Because they don't want things to fall apart completely. And I keep hearing, is it really over for good? Or is this just right now? Some of you have a child with this person, with Divine Child. That's what I felt intuitively. What else am I getting from this card, Spirit? Yeah, I'm mostly getting that message that some of you have a child with this person. If you have a child with this person's specific message, I do feel like them having a kid with you, they feel like that made the bond stronger with you specifically. And it's not just the child you've had together, but they do feel like it has made your bond stronger, taking care of a little child you two made at the same time, with love. So it's kind of like they feel that made your bond stronger. I don't know how to explain it, but I hope it makes sense. What else? This looks like clouds in the background, so I'm definitely getting that they daydream about you. They may even dream about you at night a lot. They may even have other people ask questions about you and then they feel sad with the Five of Cups that you're not with them. So for instance, Spirit is showing me family events, right? And let's say last Christmas. I don't know when this happened, but let's say last Christmas you weren't together and everybody's asking them where you are, maybe. And they don't get to celebrate that holiday with you, or like Easter or something. They're showing me something about family events or holidays where other family members come over and they're wondering where you are, and then this person feels sad that you're not with them that day. So, in terms of how they feel in your absence, they may feel like things are falling apart. They may not know what to do. They may feel like, are we over for good? But they may still have hope for the future, a vision for the future of like where you two could be together. So they do still want you back. They do still hope for something back with you because you gave them a love that was fulfilling. And it's kind of like I'm hearing that song. I think it's Kali Uchis, Tyler the Creator, if I'm not mistaken, where it's like only you, my girl, something like that. So regardless of your gender, it's like this person only wants you. You're the only person they have their eye on or they want a future with. You're the only person they want this 10 of Cups long-term relationship energy with. I don't know if you're watching this and you want this person back or if you don't, but I am sensing they are going to try to come back into your life to kind of, with the hunter here, you know how the hunter goes after what it wants in life. So I do feel like this person is going to try shoot their shot with you, try something, try come back into your life or try to communicate with you and see where you are if you're having the same feelings. They often wonder if you're on the same page or if they're the only one that hopes for something. And I'm kind of getting here, they're wondering if you've moved on or not, how you feel about them, if you feel the same. And they're kind of scared of the idea that you don't, that they're the only ones holding on. Yeah, they are scared that it's too late. If you enjoy this reading so far and you like this video and you'd like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this reading. I do get here with the Hierophant showing up on the Divine Child. They do feel as though when they were in the connection with you and whatever caused this breakup or friendship breakup, it's like they believe that they didn't fully know better, because the child here is making you think of like, when you're a child and maybe you touch the stove and you didn't know any better and burnt you. Now you learned from that lesson, you'll never touch that stove again. I'm kind of getting that sense of like, when a child is still learning how to walk and they fall. This person may have felt like in the connection, you were maybe their first love for some of you, or maybe for some of you, this was you being their first serious connection, or it's kind of like they felt a little bit inexperienced in love with the Divine Child, and they felt like they learned a lot of lessons with you with the Hierophant here that they greatly appreciate, because it's kind of like you taught them how to be a better partner. And whatever disappointments happen in your connection, whatever sadness happened, whatever, caused conflict between the two of you or caused you to drift apart or away from each other, they're trying to learn from those past mistakes or those past disappointments. So if in the future you two were to come back to each other, it wouldn't happen again. They're trying to grow from it with the lotus flower here. So I do feel like this energy is much different from Pile 1, because Pile 1's person didn't want to look back at it, didn't want to grow. And this person does seem to be doing the healing and the growing, whether it is subconsciously or consciously. But I feel for most of you, it's consciously. I'm getting that they want to liberate the connection of the past. They don't want it to be the same way it was before. They want the good moments to be the same, but they don't want the bad moments to be there, if that makes sense. So what do they miss about you? If you're creative, they may miss that fact that you're so creative. You may have brought a spark of color into their life, even if you're not creative. They could see you as this very colorful person. They could miss the memories you have together, like the many different types of feelings you brought them, the many types of memories you gave them. They miss the fact that you two had that strong, serious connection. They miss the fact that you two had that more emotional connection, right? With the Ten of Cups. They miss the memories, and I'm seeing something like, I wish I could go back to these memories. I wish I could relive these memories in the present, as if I'm right in front of it. So I'm seeing something like that, like if I had, kind of reminds me of one movie, trying to remember who plays it. Adam Sandler, where he has that remote and he can fast forward time. It's kind of like, I wish I could go back in time and tell you how I felt. Erase the mistakes of the past, learn from them, go back in time, fix things, and maybe we would still be together today. I wish I could go back to those past memories and relive them as if I'm right next to you. So I really feel like this person does miss you. And it's not just one specific thing about you. They miss the love. They miss you. They miss holding you. They miss hugging you. They miss your presence. And it's like they feel like they're losing you, literally. And it's kind of like the more they try to hold on, the more they feel they're losing you. So I do feel like this person feels a little bit distraught, disheartened, scared that you wouldn't want them back. Scared that they're gonna hold on to this forever and there's no chances of fixing things. I do see a little bit of worrying and overthinking energetically. And I do sense that this person does worry, but they also do still feel hope for something new with you. They miss the fact that they felt like a kid around you. They felt so free around you. They felt like they could just be themselves around you, be playful around you. They miss the laughter, the happy moments. They feel very heartbroken. I feel their heart chakra energy, and I feel the heartbreak in my heart chakra as I'm in their energy. And if you do have a child with them, they feel like you're a great parent. And I really appreciate that. I do sense an energy here, like, let's give an example. Let's say I had a kid with somebody and we're not together anymore. And then I'd be like, oh, I want to see my child today. Can I go see them today? And of course, I do want to see my child, but I'm also hoping that it will give us an opportunity to chat. So I'm seeing an energy like that. Or let's say, for instance, you left something at their house, like wanting to bring it to you, or let's say someone's birthday comes up, wanting to say happy birthday, to like kind of come back into your life with with something that doesn't seem like they're coming back into your life, but with not an excuse. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, when someone says happy birthday to you and you haven't spoken to them in 2 years, it's kind of like, I'm trying to creep back into your life with something that seems like a happy birthday message, but I was planning this all along because I wanted you back. So I see an energy like that. It doesn't have to be exactly the way I mentioned these examples, but I do see them trying to come back into your life, or at least planning it. So what else do we have here? We have lace agate with the air element and adaptability. Okay. We have tangerine quartz with the solar plexus chakra and Shakti. And then we have ammonite with palace and trust. So they feel like you two have a lot of history together that can't be erased. We do have the throat chakra at the back of the deck, so they are going to try to reach out to you, or they are thinking of reaching out to you and communicating with you. Whether that be on the phone or in person, they are thinking of doing so, and they do want to express their feelings to you. That's what they're thinking about a lot, because like I said before with that Shrek vision, they don't want to lose you when it's too late. You know, they don't want to find out you're in another connection or you've moved on and it was too late. So I'm getting here, they do want to take steps towards you with these stairs here. And in terms of how they feel in your absence, they feel like you two still have that strong bond, even though you're not with each other right now. They do feel like you two were made for each other. In the energy, I feel that. And they do feel like you two have so much history together that you just can't be forgotten. You're unforgettable. Even if they try to move on, they can't. I do feel like this person has tried to move on, but they can't. They've tried to adapt to their new situation, but they can't. It's like they still miss you. They still think about you, even if it's been years. I don't know how long it has been since you two broke off, but they still miss you. Definitely, no matter how long it's been. Even if they don't admit that to other people, they still miss you. And I feel like with the snake, they are going through their own internal transformation right now. And they want to feel like they've worked on themselves enough to feel good enough for the connection with the solar plexus chakra. So it kind of feels like, okay, I know I did some things in the connection that I wasn't supposed to. I know I made some mistakes here and there. I know I disappointed you here and there. But I want to work on myself enough to kind of like have a healthy connection with you so that we can grow together. So that, you know, you can trust me, so that you can feel secure. I see them thinking that in their mind. Like they don't want to come back to you when they feel like they haven't done any work on themselves. Then they would feel like they're taking you for granted or like they're not good enough for you. So I sense that with the solar plexus chakra. But also with the solar plexus chakra, I also just heard belief. They have a belief in your love, that your love can make it through. It's like they're trying to put their trust in a higher power and say to themselves, if it is meant to be, it will happen. Kind of trying to put their trust in something higher than them, a higher power, God, the universe, whatever they believe in. I just saw 2222 on the clock, so I feel like they feel like there is nobody that fits them the way you fit them. They feel like nobody can replace you. You're irreplaceable. They feel like they will never have a love like yours with another person. They feel this kind of soul connection to you, and I do sense that you and this person have a lot of past life history together as well, not just this lifetime. And I do sense energies back to Egypt and Lemuria or Atlantis and other places on Earth too. And I do also sense that they do want to go with the flow now and not come on too strong with you, but also tell you how they feel and not be too flaky, not be too distant in case you move on. So it's like if they were to come back into your life, they're kind of planning that they're going to do so slowly, step by step, not come on too strong where it scares you away. They do miss having somebody that they can trust around them. It feels like they're looking at people around them right now, and even if they've tried dating other people or tried speaking to other people or tried moving on, it just isn't the same as the feeling you brought them. It's like they miss that soul connection you have. They missed having somebody around them that they could trust. They miss having that deep connection. It's kind of like, you know, when you aren't in that connection anymore and you were in maybe a long-term connection and you try dating again. It feels weird starting over and asking a person more surface level questions when in the past you were so deep with another person. It kind of feels like that energy, like Another person wouldn't satisfy me. My heart wouldn't fill up my heart the way you do. I see them thinking that. I see them missing your conversations. I see them missing that feeling of freedom you brought them. You also motivated them to be a better version of themselves. And that's something they miss about you and appreciate about you. And they also miss this feeling of happiness and joy with you. Like the joyful moments you had, like I said earlier, the more playful moments you had. And they miss the fact that you always made them feel more confident in themselves and more at flow with life rather than worrying and stressing. You made them feel at peace. So, this is what I have for you. This is how your absence is felt by them and what they miss about you. I really hope this reading resonated with you, pile 2. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this purple agate crystal in the Pilgrim with the Page of Scrolls, Page of Swords, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how your absence is felt by them and what do they miss about you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your reading, I'd just like to say that I am available for personal readings this month. So if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. I only have a limited amount of space available. So I did see your spirit guides energy around me. There's a lot of this kind of energy of I'm feeling your spirit guides' presence quite strongly in your reading. And as soon as I got to your reading, I kind of just felt like yawning the whole time, even though I wasn't actually tired. It's like 11 in the morning. Actually, I started 11:11 on the clock for you. So there is that divine synchronicity, but also I'm not usually tired at this point in the morning. So I don't know if this person is feeling quite fatigued right now in the energy, or if you're feeling quite fatigued. I'm not sure what that's about. But let's get your tarot cards. With 11:11, they may be seeing signs and synchronicities about you, maybe trying to figure out what that means for them. So we have the Acrobat with the Page of Stones, Page of Pentacles. I kind of sense a feeling of shock. This person kind of looking at you. I do feel like they do check up on you from time to time on social media. And they're shocked by how you've grown. They're shocked by the kind of moves you've made in your life right now. And it kind of feels like this person feels like you've moved on. So they're moving on too. Whether you have or not, I do sense that. We have the Two of Scrolls, Two of Swords. With the unicorn here, I do feel like this person feels like your love was quite magical in some way. You yourself are quite magical, and whatever it is you've chosen to do right now, whatever decisions you've made, whatever kind of like steps you're taking towards your goals, it's like they're seeing that and they feel like it's quite unbelievable. So it's almost like they're looking at you right now and seeing how well you're doing within your own life. And they feel shocked and like it's unbelievable. It's so magical that you've maybe achieved something for yourself or done something for yourself, and it's very good. And I'm seeing a chameleon that blends in with its surroundings while it's watching. So this person may watch from fake accounts on social media in order to not be seen by you. So let's say you've blocked them. They may be watching from a fake account, or even if you didn't block them, they may be scared they accidentally like your photo or something like that. So it's kind of like they're blending in with their surroundings and not trying to be seen by you. Seen by you, seeing them. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like, they're not trying to be caught looking at your page. The illusionist with the Knight of Stones. So if you're not over them and you actually do want them back in your life, they may be just assuming this with the illusionist, like kind of like assuming that you've moved on, but maybe you haven't. And for others of you, maybe you have moved on, but if you have moved on, maybe there's an illusion here of like, I can get back with you. We have the Ten of Stones, Ten of Pentacles. I'm hearing that song that's like lost without you. So this person feels lost without you. We have the Six of Scrolls, Six of Swords. They feel like you're moving on, literally, with the Six of Swords. They feel like you're changing. They feel like you're becoming a different person than you once were. And it's a little bit hard for them to see this. While they're happy for you, yes, they're happy and shocked, but happy for you. And the change you're doing within your own life, the decisions you're making that are bettering your own life. At the same time, they feel like they're losing grasp of you, and they're feeling like if they're changing, is it over for us? Are they moving on? Is it something that we can never bounce back from? It's kind of like this feeling of this person feeling scared that you both change. And let's say they do try to come back into your life and you're just so different that it's not the same as it used to be. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Six of Stones, Six of Pentacles. Funny message. Their mother figure or a mother figure in their life or a woman in their life, if it's a sister or maybe even just family in general, they ask about you a lot. I think this came up in another pile, but that was more like outside family. This is more immediate family. So say for instance, let's say this was a best friend and you knew this person's mother or father, and maybe this person's mother or father really liked you and they keep asking about you, or even their parents keep saying, I miss pile number 3, they're never around. I kind of feel that energy. Or let's say it was a romantic situation, same thing but different, like the parents or this person's family really liked you and their family keeps speaking about you. I kind of get that feeling. Also, as I look at these, what look like pictures here, I get that the sense that this person still keeps pictures of you and looks back to it and reminisces about you. I also feel with the illusionist here, they're making up stories within their own mind that are absolutely not true. So, for instance, I said something about you moving on. Maybe some of you are watching this and you still feel heartbroken over this. Maybe you miss this person for some of you, and they're saying that you've moved on, that you don't want them back. But it's kind of like just an assumption they made, an illusion they made based off a belief within their own mind. Or let's say, they're saying you're probably angry at them, but you're not angry at them. Maybe you still care for them. I don't know. It's giving me that vibe like they're making certain assumptions about the way you feel that are not true, that prevent them from taking steps towards you. I do feel like this person lacks closure. That's what they're feeling right now. They lack closure. I do feel like, okay, one foot is out of the door and one foot is still in the past. So I sense that this person is trying to move on, trying to find themselves. Not necessarily move on, but try to find themselves. I do feel like they are on a spiritual awakening, or they have already spiritually awakened, and they are on the path to finding themselves, to self-introspection, understanding who they are, what they're meant to do here in this lifetime. I do feel like they're trying to grow their connection to God, the universe, a higher power, either religiously or spiritually, depending on this person. And I do sense that they're trying to heal and gain clarity as to why things ended in your connection. And if nothing bad happened and you two just grew apart, it's kind of like they're trying to figure out the why behind that. Like why it happened. They're confused. They don't know. They lack clarity. They lack closure, like I said before. If you enjoy this video so far and you would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel and watches. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this reading. I do sense that they're trying to grow. They're trying to become a better person. They feel like you were fated to be in their life. They feel like you two were meant to meet each other with the Wheel of Fortune. And like I said earlier, they may be receiving signs about you. They may feel like you're the one that they are meant to be with the Wheel of Fortune. And even if they try to move on, it would still feel like part of them still holds on to you, but part of them is in the new journey. So it's like one foot is still in your energy and one foot has moved forward, if that makes sense. So they haven't completely moved on, but they're trying to because they think you've moved on. And it's kind of like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Pilgrim, I kind of feel they're giving it up to God, the universe, and saying, if we are meant to be, then maybe we will bump into each other, maybe something will happen. It's kind of like they're looking at it from the perspective of if it's meant to be, it will happen. I do feel like they have tried to make the decision to move forward for their own peace of mind and sanity. For them to not overthink and worry or drown within their own feelings, not because they don't care or miss you. They do miss you. They do miss you, pile 3. But it's for their own peace of mind and sanity, so that they're not waiting around for you every moment. So right now, they're trying to put this time they have into bettering themselves, focusing on themselves, growing as a person, growing spiritually. It seems like they're really awakening. And some of you I hear will be surprised to hear this because some of you will be watching this and this person never tried to grow before. That's not for everybody, but for someone here. And you're surprised to hear this, but they are trying to. That's what I see in the energy. And I hear from Spirit, if you resonate with that, it's a long time coming. It was meant to happen a long time ago, but this person kept delaying their own journey of growth. Okay, so Spirit is showing me a very sad example, and this example really makes me very sad because I just have a love for animals and I can cry just thinking about this. So I'm going to try to not get emotional, but they're showing me, like poachers when as I was looking at this elephant, like maybe when they cut off this part, I don't know what it's called, and they keep it. I think they can't grow back, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it's like you can never get back what was taken or what was lost. And I kind of feel like that's a metaphor for this person feeling like they lost you, feeling like they can never get you back, some part of them. And as I speak about this, I actually feel emotional. So this person does miss about you and they do cry about you sometimes because I actually feel tears wanting to come out, and this never happened in the other piles. I do sense that this person feels like maybe they lost you, and what if they can never grow the connection back? What if they can never come back to you? What if things change? What if it's not meant to be? What if you're not the one like they thought originally? That thought kind of brings them a feeling of sadness. Yeah, it brings them a feeling of sadness and grief, like I'm grieving the connection we once had. And Spirit is showing me a plaster over a wound, but we're putting 2 plasters over the one wound. So this person is trying their best to heal from the wounds of this connection, heal from this pain, this loss, and grow from it. They're really trying their best. And as I'm in this energy, I feel these strong goosebumps the whole time. So every time this person thinks of you, they get goosebumps. They feel this strong spiritual connection to you, and they feel like they want to give you the time of day. They feel like they want to communicate to you one day, make a decision to reach out to see where you're at, to talk to you, to get closure, clarity, maybe apologize about some things if that's necessary, but that's not for all of you. Speak about where they're at and find out where you're at, if there's any chance of reconciliation. Because I do feel like they do want to come back into your life, but they're also scared that you wouldn't want to. So it's kind of like they aren't putting all their hope into it in case it disappoints them. But they are hoping that maybe one day they could be, but they also aren't fully investing in the thought of that, because what if it hurts them in the end? Holding on to you, and what if you've moved on? So I see them going in that back and forth there. And I do feel like they are going to try to when they feel like they've fully healed and grown. When they feel fully worthy of coming back. When they feel like they've fully understood the lessons that they were meant to learn here. So they have made a decision to do some spiritual healing. Okay, I do sense that. So let's get your oracle cards. What do they miss about you? I feel like they're missing the fact that they felt so close to you. They felt like you two had this strong bond and connection that they will never let go of in their heart. Even if you both move on with your lives and move forward, they feel like you're going to be forever in a space of their heart, like some part of their heart will always belong to you. I do sense that. And I do feel like they miss, that strong bond you had. They miss what could have been, where your love could have grown, either platonically or romantically, depending on the connection here. It's kind of like they're thinking about what could have been if you two were still together, and where your connection could have grown. So it's kind of like they're grieving and mourning what could have been, missing the fact that they're not there with you like they think they should be. Okay? They miss the fact that you two had like a longevity within your connection. They're missing your caring heart. You're very nurturing and you give an abundance of love. And they felt with you, if you two were to be together, you would have that type of forever love, that long-term love, that would never break. They felt like your love was very healing with the crystals here. And they miss that. They miss the fact that you were a good decision maker, and you helped them also find parts and aspects of themselves that they wouldn't have found without you. Let's get some oracle cards now. So spirit guides of pile number 3s. How has their absence felt by them? How is pile number 3's absence felt by the person on their mind, and what do they miss about pile 3? So we have pyrite with Mars and momentum. We have aquamarine with the water element and intuition. We have spirit quartz, Chiron, and healing. So they are trying to heal from the past in terms of what happened between the two of you. I do feel like sometimes when they think about you and they're deep in their feelings, I'm seeing Drake clairvoyantly. So, Drake makes music that can sometimes bring you in your feelings. I feel like they're listening to music, thinking about you, and being in their feelings a little bit. So sometimes they'll have their moments where they're crying or they're in their feelings about you, and they think about you a lot and what it would be like to resolve something with you. And I feel the heartbreak now in my heart chakra, and it actually burns. It feels like, this is hard to explain, but it feels like my heart is burning, like my heart is on fire. And the only thing that would take away this kind of bad feeling I have in my heart would be your love. Imagine your love was the only like water that they could find that could put out that fire in their heart. I don't know what that means, but I'm getting that feeling in my heart space, like it's very painful for them. And the only thing that would make it feel better is if you were by their side, if they resolved something with you. And I do sense that, whenever they think of you, sometimes they intuitively connect to you without realizing. Sometimes you two pick up on each other's feelings with the water element and intuition here without realizing. So when you think back to this person and you feel a strong feeling, sometimes you're picking up on their feelings and vice versa. And I do feel like, yeah, they want to heal the connection, resolve something with you, move forward with you, and they want to get it done fast with Mars here. They want to take action. They don't want to just be careless and wait too long. Because maybe if they wait too long, you'll move on. So it's like they're building momentum towards healing and growing so that they can reach out to you and resolve something with you. Or at least that's what they're thinking in their own mind. So that they can heal the connection. Because this person doesn't want to fully move on. Although part of them is trying to, for their own peace of mind and sanity right now, to focus on them and their own growth, they don't want to move on from you. So I'm getting here, they still feel a lot of passion towards you and hope, but they're also not trying to feel too much hope. They still feel the sense of missing you, like I said before. They still feel a lot of deep emotions towards you with the water element here that feel like they can't be erased. Spirit is showing me, let's say my house had to flood with water, and it would take me forever to get all this water out of my house. Like, even if I broomed water out, there would still be a flood in my home. There would still be water there. So it's kind of like what that means here with the water element. Water represents feelings. It kind of feels like they're drowning in their feelings for you. I think somebody made a topic about that. But I'm hearing it like, it's like they feel like even if they had to push those feelings away, they would still be there, So that is how they're feeling right now in your absence. Sometimes looking back at the memory is painful for them. They want to stay strong, but it's painful. That's what I feel here. I'm getting here they miss the kind of feelings you brought out in them. They miss this more magical spiritual love you had that was quite healing to them. Your energy is healing, but it's not just your energy that's healing. They felt like the more you gave them love, it healed the part of their soul that needed that love. Yeah, they really miss that. They really miss the passion you two had together, the feelings you two had together. And again, like they miss what could have been. I hope that makes sense. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.